Hey guys, how you doing? North Star Knife Reviews coming at you today with another knife from Masalong. And I took a look at a Masalong knife, what was that, maybe a week ago, something like that. This is the Kni163 outdoor something knife. It's got a long name on Amazon, but you can see here's the information. This knife is on Amazon, at least, classified as a karambit. I don't know that I would call it a karambit because like the last one Masalong I looked at, it doesn't curve down toward the cutting edge. It actually has more of a trailing point. And Masalong does make a lot of karambits, normal karambits, but I wouldn't call this one. But if you want to, that's fine. You do have the little ring at the end. Comes with a Kydex sheath, and pretty standard little setup here. You can take this, you can move it around however you want, if you want to scout carry, whatever. Pretty standard. Does not come out. And let's take a look at the knife itself. What do you guys think of that? I mean, when I first saw it, I thought, this has a little bit, at least, of the old-timer sharp finger DNA in it. Now, it's certainly not exactly the same, but it does have a little bit of that sort of similar shape. It is larger, certainly, and probably not quite as useful for processing game because it is larger, and so you don't have quite the same control on it. But I think this is sold primarily as a tactical self-defense knife. And as you know, I have nothing against that kind of knife. It's not something that I carry specifically for self-defense. Sure, you have a knife with you, you can use it for self-defense, but I don't generally have a need to carry a knife specifically for self-defense. But if that's what you wanted, this might make a good option. Okay, you've got the steel on this one is 440C, which is a steel that I like, quite honestly. I think it's a nice budget steel. A lot of corrosion resistance, okay, because 440C has about 18% chromium. So you got good corrosion resistance, decent edge holding. Although, I mean, if you're using it for self-defense, the cutting edge holding is probably not your primary concern because hopefully you don't need a self-defense knife that often. Hopefully you don't ever need one, but probably not something you're going to need to sharpen all that much if that's what you're using it for. That said, it does have this really nice belly, and it really is a pretty good slicer. It's got a hollow grind. And if you are slicing some things, I tried it out, it works pretty well. Excuse me. You've got the little G10 scales on the side. Okay, take a look at those. And they're held on with just a couple of Torx screws. Holding it this way, you can get your thumb nicely up here and maneuver it pretty well. If you wanted to not use the ring, choke up on it a little bit, you can get a little better for detail. It's still a little bit on the big side. So not the greatest for detail work, but certainly if you're using it like this as a slicer, you can do that. And then of course, if you are using it in a self-defense mode, you've got it like this, and that's pretty pointy and stabby. I think this is really kind of a cool knife. I don't like it quite as well as the little one that I got because I don't think it's quite as useful for my purposes. But I really thought it was a cool, a cool look, something a little bit different. And it ran, boy, I want to say it was about $19. I know you can get it from Amazon. You can get it directly from Masalong. You can probably get it from AliExpress. I've never ordered from them, but that's probably a place you can get a lot of these Chinese knives. Again, I just found it really interesting. And I know this is like the third sort of tactical self-defense knife I've shown. Not my normal thing, but I just came across these, they were decent price, and I thought, hey, I want to pick that up. I want to test it out. This one actually, I think, has some utility as, I wouldn't make it an EDC, but certainly if you need some slicing, you could certainly do that. You can see moderately thick Does have a little bit of a swedge right, whoops, sorry, got out of frame there. A little bit of a swedge right here. And again, as I said, a hollow grind. So take a little better look at this. It's the ring end. And again, you know, the sheath certainly holds it quite well. You know, I'm not getting any rattling or anything that's holding in there. So just want to share this with you guys. Hope you found it interesting. You all have a good day. Stay sharp. I will catch you next time.